announcements this evening? Yes. Commissioner Bowman.
We're still looking for people to join the community service committee. We have the deadline. I feel like that's already on the Slack, but we're filling a position next week.
Any other announcements? Perfect. We're moving on to presentations, and I would love to welcome Mayor Harrison.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Thank you, Madam President and Executive Council, and all of you as the General Assembly. It's quite an honor to be here to speak to all of you. It was great to engage with you during the brunch or the breakfast, a couple of weekends ago or last weekend. Time flies, I don't know, whatever it was. It was really it's going to be a great year. I want to pass out some things to everybody before we really kind of get into my 10 minutes. I'll hand these to you. If you would pass these around. What I'm sending around, I know that you guys have Bobcat Safe. I just downloaded it, and then once I downloaded it, I realized I don't have an OU email address. So now I've got this thing in limbo, which I'm going to go home tonight and ask my wife to log in, because she does have an OU email, and look at it. But what is going around right now is the city's City Source app, which I've mentioned to a lot of you. So now you've got it, please download it, and it is a great tool for you, whether you're on campus, and more importantly, when you're off campus, for reaching out, as I mentioned during the breakfast the other morning. It's a great asset for you guys to have in conjunction with your Bobcat Safe. It's just, now you're armored, I hope. All right. I'm going to hand around something else, because I was also, a request was there to bring some of the boards and commissions in the city of Athens that you may be interested in. It's really what we've done is kind of highlighted some of the more engaging boards and commissions, and in particular boards and commissions that have modified seats for OU students to sit on those different boards and commissions. Joint Police Advisory Council has had one since a seat available for both undergraduate and graduate students since 2001. We also have the Community Relations Council and a sundry of others that are there. So take advantage of that. I know I was asked to speak briefly about something that is near and dear to my heart. It's not dear to my heart. It is vitally important, though. My office used to be at Porter Hall. My office was 247 Porter Hall. 247 Porter Hall looks right down on the crosswalk that exists before it was even a crosswalk. I was in my office 2 times in my tenure at Ohio University in that office and heard squealing wheels 2 times. One was a near fatal conflict that occurred, and I'll share with you, because this is it kind of gives you a point of reference of where I have sat on this particular crosswalk for quite some time. It was an Ohio University graduate student struck by a vehicle. It was a graduate student in the clinical program, an individual whose life was wide open in front of this person, and unfortunately, within an instant, that life career path changed significantly. There was another incident that occurred. It wasn't nearly as bad, but it was bad enough. So an update on the Richland Avenue pedestrian bridge. Bridge is a bridge. The tunnel is not a tunnel. You know, it's not a tunnel. It literally is a bridge. And tried to have that bridge built this year. Unfortunately, we didn't get a bid that was acceptable for the city. This is going to be an expensive project. And we have a great partner. When I say partner, the city and the university are partnering together, and once again, in a very vital way to create this bridge built. Anyway, we rebid the project, and the city was successful. And what we're going to do is we're going to be letting that project March 1st of 2020 with an expectation for that bridge to be under contract to be completed by September 11th. Today. in 2020. So it'll be a tight timeline. We feel confident in the contractor to get this done. And again, what it'll be, a lot of you have probably experienced the underpass over on 682 by the Richland Avenue roundabout. Some of you may not have. Anyway, if you imagine that one, think of it in double the width, almost triple that width. It's going to be much larger, much more light flowing through it. There's also going to be some really hip LED lighting inside there that's artistic, and we can make the colors change. You're going to think you're in O'Hare Airport going from terminal to terminal. And you're not going anywhere but from Weston to the Baker Center. I want to take this time now, because I just said in the 5 minutes, spend signal. I love it. I want to open the floor to questions. Yes?
So I'd like to ask you a question about an ordinance that's currently works on a city level related to landlord-tenant issues, namely the one that's proposing jail time for absentee landlords. My question is essentially, is that still in the works, and how will that affect students? How do you see that affecting students and student tenants?
I think it'll make a safer environment for students who might be renting from those absentee landlords who repeatedly have gone after them with a $100 fine. And we find that some landlords are gaming the system because they don't live here. I didn't get it. And they're not paying it, and we get another one. And every day you can incur another $100 fine. And some of the absentee landlords, these are people who live in California or live in Florida, or we don't know where they live. And yet there's tenants who are living in these houses. They're typically single-family homes or single-family home converted into rental units. So it's moving forward. We're not going to change the law. It amps it up. Every charge is 100. If they don't pay within a set amount of time or appear in court, it goes up to 250. It just keeps escalating up. And you can incur 30 days in jail. It's been used up in Rocky River near Cleveland, something very similar. So that's where we pulled it from, and we're deploying that here now. And our law director, Lisa Eliason, she was the one who wanted this out because she was tired of having these people just constantly just take that $100 fine, a lot of them paying it, and going, well, I can manage, $2,000 worth of fines and still have a tenant that's paying whatever. Good question. Yes?
Do you have any updates on the conversations about electric scooters, and then
About electric scooters?
And then also, has there been any conversations about like a bike share program?
There has not been a conversation about a bike share program, although our city ordinance does allow for any electric vehicle company, like some scooters, if they do have bikes, they can come into the city of Athens if they pull a permit and want to deploy electric bicycles under a share program. Electric scooters are a share program as well. We currently have one e-scooter company that has been more engaged with the city, Spin. Spin is looking to do something, and now whether they have a bike product or not, I'm not sure. But they may, so we'll see how that works out. Yes.
On Monday, City Council discussed having potentially contributing to the construction of Bailey's non-bike trail system.
Yeah, you were going to ask that, man.
He saved it for me. How do you think this will affect the university as a whole, and more specifically enrollment?
Interesting. Enrollment. Well, let's talk about Bailey for a second. If you lived east of the Mississippi River and you were at a great university, i.e. Ohio University, and all of a sudden in your backyard lands 88 miles of mountain biking trail system that gets built rapidly, I think that there's a lot of potential to draw people here. And you might just be a mountain biker, and next thing you're going, oh, mountain biking is really cool because this thing is just awesome. And whoa, this is a really interesting university, and I need to learn more about Ohio University. Do I think it's going to directly impact it? I hope so. We haven't really ever had that discussion going on, but I'm a realist. If the on these 9,000 acres, there are 88 miles of mountain biking. We start having things like possibly national mountain bike races staged here in Athens County. Are people going to recognize OU even though that's not what you came for? Absolutely. Plus, I think that there's things with, what is it, recreation and sports activities. Something like that. Yeah. So that's a possibility too, that there could be, a programmatic construction that this sister goes, you know what? Class, we're all going up into the Bailey and we're going to go riding today and really kind of test their job. Other questions? I know my time is really limited. I'm trying to hustle.
Time for questions too, so you have time. Don't worry. Probably know what I'm gonna ask, but if you could fill us in on student involvement in the census for those who are hoping to be involved, and I know a lot of the press is having questions.
My main, I said this during the breakfast the other morning, and I'm going to say it again. Aside from getting real. My main goal and want from you as a student body and as the Senate for Ohio University, I really, really need you to help me to get the best count possible for the city of Athens and Athens County, because check this out, guys. Every uncounted person, we lose $1,800 a year. That's the national average, by the way. That isn't Athens' average, it's not Athens County average. Athens County average is 5 to 6 times that. Why? Because we live in one of the most impoverished counties in the state of Ohio. The services delivered are based upon our head counts. Where we really lack is in the uptown area census tract, where we have there's a high density area of students living in the uptown area. I need your help. I need your help to make sure we can get every single person counted. Let's beat what we had in 2010, which was abysmal. I can get you those numbers if you want them. Ladies and gentlemen, I need for you to help me so that we can, at minimum, get a 90% head count in the city of Athens and Athens County, but I'm relying on you for helping me with the city of Athens. And it's not a city versus county thing, it's not. It's just knowing where we really lag. The other place we lag is for children age 4 and under. And that's where my county counterparts are really going to be making the push to get out into the county, because we have lots of hills and hollers in southeastern Ohio and in Athens County. A lot of people that that kind of drop off the radar because we don't have broadband. I'm going to share this too, Madam President. One of my biggest pushes at the local, the state, and at the federal level is stop leaving us behind when it comes to broadband. Stop it. It's a utility. Can you imagine if all of a sudden you came to Athens for the very first time, you're looking around going, well, why is there no electricity in the city? What happened? Once upon a time it was like that. I feel the same way when it comes to high-speed, reliable broadband right here. You guys have it, and it's great because OU has Ornet, and you guys are really tied in. You start going 3 miles in that direction, or that direction, or that direction, and you have areas out there that have zero broadband. There are stories, and I have a high level of belief in these stories. High school students who are taking EP journalism classes, and they are sitting there writing their term papers using their cell phone at their grandma's house 15 miles away from where they live. That's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong for entire generations of young people who grow up here in southeastern Ohio, and here's why it's wrong for them. Think about this for a second. If you grew up in Hilliard or Powell or Dublin or Columbus or wherever, when you grew up in a world where you knew how to operate in the gig world, stuff so fast that that's been the way you have operated all your life, but you come somewhere like Athens County where you may have, you're operating in the kilobit world, and now you're sitting shoulder to shoulder with a student that you've gone all the way through K through 12, and then you go to college, and you're sitting shoulder to shoulder with someone who knows how to work in that world, and they get it, and they're fast, and yet we down here in southeastern Ohio are living at a disadvantage. It's an educational disadvantage. Yeah, it's a simple motor memory disadvantage. That's wrong. So I share that diatribe with you because this is the first year ever during a census to where censuses can be done online. Yay, wonderful. Let's walk into the world of technology because now I can go online and do my census. Not if I live in New Marshfield, not if I live in Millfield, not if I live in a lot of places to where they don't have that level of high-speed broadband or don't have any broadband. And so how are we going to fill this census?
One more question.
You know how to do it. Actually, you all know how to do it.
What's the status of the audio crosswalks at Court Street and Union?
Thank you, Jordan. We're still working on that one. No, I know I've mentioned that quite a bit, and with the transition with my former director for engineering and public works and my new one, it's still on the radar to get the audio crosswalks at Court and Union. It's really needed. And it's a complicated system, that's not an excuse. It's still in the works. Did I get one more thing?
No.
We have a lot of students in this room who either aspire to get into politics or work around public policy. Can you share with them what it means to be a mayor of the city to you and to just being knowledge and doing your job?
Being a mayor to me means so much more, and I'm going to keep it to Athens. Being a mayor to me means so much more than being the chief executive for the city itself. It's also being the steward to get the message of Athens out to the populace of the state, out to the national level, let them know what great things the city and Ohio University are doing together, and then having them come and want to see all the cool things that we're doing. So I'm an advocate, I'm a cheerleader. I operate on so many different fronts. Women's reproductive health care is something that I'm on Capitol Hill talking about next Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm also talking about gun violence on Capitol Hill next Tuesday and Wednesday. I can go on and on about things that the mayor means to me. The mayor means getting off of your desk, out of your own way, and getting out and advocating for those that you're serving. Think about this. Public service means public service. It doesn't mean self-service. Because I think there's some people out there that think that I should be running because something affects me and therefore I'm running. Okay. That's one thing to do. But I've been in public service for 3/4 of my entire life. And it's just in my blood. It's what I do. And that's what I think the mayor is.
Thank you so much. Well, thank you so much, Mayor Harrison, for coming on. And for those who do not have access to Mayor Harrison's email, I can definitely share it in Slack later, or Jamie can, or people can, one of us will. So thank you so much. Have a great night.
Please push it up. Yeah, thank you. Thank you all.
And now we're going to get Lindsay Rubenall, who's a master's undergraduate in spiritual learning. Did I say it wrong?
You
No,
did
okay,
great.
good. Okay. Fantastic. Go
Thank
for it.
you. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Thank you for giving me time in your schedule, not only at the breakfast a few weekends ago, but again tonight. So I appreciate this opportunity. I want to start with a little, just to give me a sense of who and what experiences are in the room. So if you could indulge me, please just raise your hand and then keep it raised for the duration as I work my way through 6 things. So if you have engaged in community engagement, please raise your hand. Yeah, okay, it's pretty easy. Please keep your hands up. Add to our voices if you have engaged in creative activity through fine arts. Okay, how about internship? So hands up if you had your hand up first. Keep it up, and we're just gonna add hands. Okay, so if you did an internship and your hand isn't already up, how about research? How about study abroad or study away? How about leadership? Great, that's everyone. Okay, so those categories of experiential learning, and everyone in this room has engaged already in at least one kind, and seemingly most of you, in multiple types of experiential learning. So I want to talk about what experiential learning really is according to the definition that has been adopted by Ohio University as of March, I believe. So I joined the team here in May, so this definition confused me, but it is what I'm calling reflection, preflection, action, and deflection. So preflection is a made-up word, but it really describes something. It communicates what I mean. So preflection is this act of thinking something through before we take action, so that our action is thoughtful and has the best possible outcome. So reflect, take action, and then reflect, so that perhaps that action can be better in the future. So that cycle is just the general definition broadly used, not just at Ohio University, but in lots and lots of other places. But one of the things that, if we continue to engage, you will hear me say over and over and over again, my message to students broadly is to become a reflective practitioner. Don't wait for your faculty or staff or mentors to guide you, to help you become reflective. It will best serve you if you make that a point of daily practice. So I want to talk about a model of decision making that could help. And this model of decision making is something that in my work on the Gen Ed Reform Committee advisory group, I am trying to somehow gently infuse so that all students have some sort of exposure. So I want you to think for a moment about a time when you made a decision really reactively. So you uncritically, you didn't think through, it was perhaps emotional, not thought out. So I'm going to think about their example. I ate all the chips in the bag, and I watched something. I touched my butt in the face. So that is one, we're going to call that level one of decision making. Not thought out, uncritical. The next level is critical, but self-serving. So I thought it through, and I decided to do what was best for me. And that could be positive or negative. That could be, I have a roommate and I left my tissues all over that person again because I didn't feel like cleaning it up. We still never did that. But that could also be, I decided to go to college even though my family preferred that I stay home, help raise my siblings, or get a job and contribute financially. So critical, but self-serving. So everyone think of the time we did that. Does anyone want to share that? No? No one's that. Okay, so the third level of decision making, we call critical, thought it out, but fair-minded. So I tried to think of the decision that would be best for the most, the greatest number of people, or animals, or systems, whatever we interact with on a daily basis. So critical, but fair-minded. So, and let's think about an example of that. And these I would love to hear.
I'm gonna go on Alaska, so I better. Anyone? Okay, I have an example. So it's my first year in Senate. Me and my team, we were the first environmental on campus. So help spread awareness about the environment on campus.
Perfect. When you are in leadership positions, such as you all are, I believe that we have a responsibility to make decisions thoughtfully and critically and fair-mindedly, with an eye on what is best for the most of people. But in fact, if everyone in the world operated in that way, then the world would be a much better place. And when I talked about being a reflective practitioner, if you make decisions in this way, thinking about the three levels, then that reflection piece becomes natural. Our action becomes better. And our reflection is on an already better action. And so we can go farther and farther and make the world better and better through our each and every daily actions. So you'll hear me say that a lot. And I'm doing a workshop with honor students. Will anyone be there? Okay, there's some people there. Emily, Sam. Thank you. So on the 27th, I'm doing a deeper dive into that with honor students. So if you are interested, please join me. So probably the thing that I'm working on that is of the most interest to this group is the career and experiential learning feed, direct student support, and programmatic support that's coming out. Applications are coming out for that. We're not quite sure when yet. We hope by fall break, but that seems like a very ambitious timeline. We want to do things thoughtfully, so it may or may not work out. But essentially, students, as I'm sure most of you already know, undergraduate students have been assessed a career and experiential learning fee. And this is charged to all undergrads, so not just on Athens campus, not just on regional campuses, but also soon to be inclusive of e-campus students. And there are a variety of services that already exist and staff that already exist because of this fee, but soon, as I said, hopefully by fall break class, there will be the opportunity to apply as individual students or as programs to get funding to subsidize experiential learning. So if I am a senior and I've never engaged in any of the 6 things that the open expectation is, then I am perhaps at a disadvantage when competing for jobs and being a good citizen, very cheap. So that money, there will be a variety of parameters, but really for direct applications from individual students, the parameters are going to be very broad. We haven't made specific decisions yet, so I don't want to preempt that announcement, but essentially the committee that has been formed, and can you raise your hand if you are on that committee? So student senate has representation, and that group has committed to making this funding as open access as possible, in good standing academically, in good standing, behaviorally through the content system, and if yes, you have paid into funding, so you should be able to get access to it. We've also made a commitment to make that accessible not just to the first and second year students who have paid into the fund already. Other classes have not paid that fee because it's just assessed to their go. And so, but nevertheless, you were involved in making that fee possible, bringing that to campus, and had access to a lot of the services that it has already created. And so to say that upper class students can't access this particular part of that fee, is not something the committee was interested in. So I got my 1 minute mark, so I will stop there and I think the questions.
Start off with a question. My question is, so I don't think this got, but what's the potential? What's the potential of how big is this fund? How much money will be in this fund? Or maybe a couple years now?
Great question. If there's anyone in the room who has a really specific answer to that, I'm all ears. We are operating on the assumption that for right now, this particular year, we have up to $75,000. That is a very modest, it's a very conservative estimate. I think the pot is actually a bit larger than that, but I get to get my finger on specific numbers of that. But $175,000 for this year with only 2 classes paying into the fee. So to give you a general idea of the structure, so the fee gets paid and then gets divided into personnel pot, infrastructure pot, and then this pot that we're talking about, this application process. So I think, I know, moving forward after this year, that money will only increase. Yes.
So the application that we're going to do around fall break, is that going to be, I guess it's like two productions, so when this is supposed to use, they will start applying for money this year, during that, like, hopefully, the fall break.
Yeah.
And then where will it be online, how will students find out about this application?
Yes, great question. So it will be online. We are actually putting together a hopefully very comprehensive communication plan that involves, so we create the experiential learning website, which is under construction as we speak. We link the application to a variety of other experiential learning sites, so the study blog site has a link to this. So build the virtual infrastructure, but then do targeted messaging and info sessions to special interest groups, student organizations, but also and and OSAR and First Stars program and individual college groups and so on and so forth. So hopefully a comprehensive and aggressively communicating. This money exists to all students. Students life.
So on the distribution side of the funds, is there any student input in distribution, or is it all at administrative level?
You mean distribution into those three?
Well, you said like you'd be funding certain experiential learning experiences. So how is that decided?
But, okay, big question. So when we talked about the 6 types of experiential learning, those are not, that is not an exclusive topic list. That is really just a way to help us frame and talk about experiential learning, which is this giant thing. There's a lot of things, helps us categorize. And so, the committee, and we just had this conversation in a meeting today, actually, is looking at the definition of experiential learning and does the proposed activity meet the definition? It doesn't have to meet any sort of category. It doesn't have to be research or study abroad or internship or research. So the disbursement of the funds won't be into those 6 categories. Did I answer? Are there questions?
I have a question. So you mentioned internships as, it is that, as a part of experiential learning. And I know that a lot of underprivileged people end up taking unpaid internships. So is part of this fund going to help pay them during the internship? And we for that?
Possibly, yeah. That's a conversation that we're having. So there's a committee that's working on the application itself and what those requirements are, and then there's a group that's working on how can we structure the money ethically and keeping with state requirements of the money. But yes, there is an interest within those groups to be able to say, we would love for unpaid internships to not continue to be as prevalent, because if you read the research, the outcomes of unpaid internships and career growth and so on are great, but nevertheless they exist, and if that is a way or the only way to get good experience, then I'm sure students will take advantage. So yes, short answer is we would like to be able to offer stipends, living stipends.
So as far as study abroad goes, I know that typically it's a very expensive thing to study abroad. And so if the fee for this covers that, how would you consider students who maybe get less or more in tuition or be able to get less or more commitment for assistance in education? Is there any idea on that yet about how that would go out if this fee covers?
Yeah, so 2 thoughts. Hopefully I remember both of them. Is anyone familiar with cost of attendance forms or getting the right words? So So in a previous institution, it was a specific form, but here I think it sounds like it's not. But when you study abroad, or when you take advantage of an internship, or any other type of experiential learning, often your cost of attendance at the institution, at a university, increases. And so you can communicate that, and if you can prove it and justify that with financial aid, they can say, okay, your cost of attendance is increased, so instead of running absolutely would. That's not true. In most study abroad cases, it would. And so you could say the cost of attendance increases, so my financial aid needs to increase also. So there's conversation around, will that be built in as part of the application or encouraged? And we provide some verification that this will increase the cost of attendance, which is really just makes me weeds, but that's a conversation. And I did forget the second thing I was going to say this was. It's back to me.
One more question?
This is just a clarification, you might have kind of already said this, but I just missed it. So will financial need of a student be taken into account when taking, when deciding on which application to take?
We're leaning strongly toward now. For a variety of reasons, we made that decision on one today, had financially come in and talk about the subjectivity of it and how it actually could disadvantage some students and it's difficult to compare apples to apples. And so really we wanted it to be more open access and of that and yeah, that's for sure.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lindsay.
Thank you so much for having me.
President Ramlow. Present. Vice President Lincoln-Morris. President McAdams.
Present.
Commissioner Gill. Senator Shaver. Senator Rochelle. Senator Oguzbek-Indi. Senator Archibald. Senator Stevenson.
Present.
Senator Boer. Senator Klein. Senator Everline. Senator Moore. Senator Arts. Commissioner Gibson. Senator Thornton. Senator Fenton.
President.
Senator Quaid. Commissioner Shriah. Commissioner Kramer. Commissioner Ostrom. Senator Apke. Senator Warkamp. Proxy. Senator Warren. Commissioner Newman. Senator Steele. Senator Blair. Commissioner Zimmerman.
Present.
Senator Adams.
Present.
Senator Thomas. Commissioner Bosinger.
Present.
Senator Klein.
Present.
Senator Schmidt. Commissioner Conrad Sweeney.
Present.
Senator Fink. Senator Shank.
Present.
Senator Duziak. Senator Freitag. Senator Bender Ezra.
Present.
I said that wrong. Commissioner Holtkamp. Senator Graffis.
Present.
Senator Carmen.
Present.
Senator Tiger. Senator McEnroe. Senator Sweeney.
Present.
Senator Buki. Senator Ensworth. Commissioner Ramlow. Senator Ivan. Commissioner McCarthy. Senator Whetstone.
Present.
Senator Manlow. Clerk of Court. Milhouse.
Present.
Yes, quorum.
Okay, so moving forward, are there any additions to the agenda?
I'm going to add resolution 19/2018, a resolution by the City Supervisor Constitution Committee to the agenda.
All those in favor of adding resolution 19/2018 to the agenda, please raise your hand. All those opposed, abstentions, resolution passed. Okay, moving forward, is there any discussion on the previous meeting minutes? Do I hear? Okay, all those in favor of approving the previous meeting minutes, please raise your hand. All those opposed, abstentions, minutes are approved. Moving on, there is no old business today, so we're not to new business. So first up We have Senate Resolution 1920-13, a resolution to appoint a senator to the Residential Wealth Commission. Whereas, the primary sponsor, Commissioner Conrad Stewart.
Yes, let's see. I see. Connor Carter there, give him a wave. I met with him the other day, he's got some really great ideas, seems like a big guy. He actually just recently had a petition going, they got 500 signatures to make 2-ply toilet paper staple in the bathroom of the house. Very impressive. And he's by the post. So he's as you can see, he's a great specimen. I think he's going to be great. Our reserve thoughts.
Secretary Sponsor, Vice President,
Yeah, I echo everything that Jack said. It will be a little bit weird because we have 3 speedies in the body, but we'll figure it out.
Perfect. Is there any discussion on this resolution? All those in favor of resolution 1920-13? All those opposed? Abstentions? Resolution passes. Senate Resolution 1920-14, a resolution to appoint a senator to the Women Affairs Commission. Whereas, primary sponsor, Commissioner Rambo.
So you're just right behind me. She did an awesome interview and she has some really cool ideas.
Vice President Morris.
I echo what Max said. I'm going to about something.
Is there any discussion on this resolution? It has moved and seconded to vote on resolution 1920-14. All those in favor, please raise your hands. All those opposed, abstentions, resolution passes. Senate Resolution 1920-15, a resolution to appoint a senator to the Women Affairs Commission. Whereas, primary sponsor, Commissioner Rambo.
Also did it on top of her interview. She has a lot of beautiful ideas. Suggesting and what we should do in Valley City.
Vice President Morris.
I echo everything that Max said. I'm going to about my time.
Is there any discussion on this resolution? It's been moved and seconded to vote on resolution 1920-15. All those in favor, please raise your hands. All those opposed, abstentions, resolution passes. Senate Resolution 1920-16, a resolution to appoint a senator to Residence Life Commission. Whereas, Commissioner Thomas Sweet.
Yes, I met with Linda the other day. She was equally amazing and made me long for my first day as a Senate. She's very exciting. She's an awesome person, and I was just awesome.
Vice President Morris.
I echo everything that Jack said. I'm just about my time.
Is there any discussion? Can Atlanta, can you raise your hand? Is there any discussion on this resolution? It's been moved and seconded to vote on Senate Resolution 1920-16. All those in favor, please raise your hands. All those opposed, abstentions, resolution passes. Senate Resolution 1920-17, a resolution to appoint a senator to the Women's Affairs Commission. Whereas, primary sponsor, Commissioner Rambo.
So Becca also did an awesome job in her interview. I look forward to having her on my commission and I'm
Vice President Williams.
I echo everything that
Any discussion on this resolution? Second to vote on Senate Resolution 1920-17. All those in favor, please raise your hands. All those opposed, abstentions, resolution passes. Okay, lastly, Senate Resolution 1920-18, a resolution to purchase supplies for Constitution Day. Whereas, second, primary sponsor, Chair Madison.
So, Maggie, government officers submitted budget, she is going to be talking about it later, but I think it's pretty basic, just the baseline, copy, upon reviewing a budget application, be able to work with different material.
about this more in my commission report, but yeah, Constitution Day is next week, and people will not come up to our table if we don't have some sort of treat. And last year, John did cookies and Constitution, so we're stepping him up with coffee and cookies. And I'll talk more about it later. I was in
Okay, second sponsor says let's
Yeah, me too. Idea of
these are the dogs. Yeah, cool. Okay, is there any discussion on this resolution? Perfect, it's been moved and seconded to vote on Senate Resolution 1920-18. All those in favor, please raise your hand. All those opposed, abstentions, resolution passes. Okay, any of the commissioners have any reports this evening? Commissioner Kramer.
So it is Constitution Day, next Tuesday, the 17th. So you guys just passed the budget thing. So we'll have Brennan's coffee and some cookies, as well as a ton of constitutions to pass out, like little copy constitutions so people can know their rights. And we're also going to have voter registration thing from the Board of Elections. So if you guys want to come help out register voters, that would be awesome. It's going to be from 11 to 2 on the top of Baker. So it'll be really easy. You can stop by just for like half an hour. So I have an Excel that I'll send out in the Slack right now to sign up. If you guys have wanted to register voters that have never before, it's pretty fun. And teach how to do it. And then you can just go to Board of Elections and get voter registration form if you want. So it'll be very exciting. Get some coffee and cookies in case you got it. That's it.
Any other commissioners have any reports this evening? Yes.
Yeah.
Proceeding.
So I sat down at the first culinary meeting this month. Here, and had the pleasure of talking to all these fine folks over there, and I just have some things I would like the audience to know about that. So they're very excited about expanding some vegan and gluten-free options in all the dining halls, especially Nelson, which it was very poor in that department in the past for restricted diets and trying to get better about that. Something that we have been on them about for the past year has been they tried to make this claim that like local was like 250 miles and that they had all these local farms. That wasn't really like true or accurate. So they now are doing a neighborhood meal, which is 100 miles. And so they're trying to actually put an emphasis on, getting produce with a preference to stuff that's closer to home. So they're working with, I think, it was well mentioned. But it seems really active, and they're working with some local farmers, and they're getting certain farms like these grants that you have to get so that they can buy larger amounts of produce and we can start using more. Let's see. In Jefferson Market, they made cereal pricing competitive with that of big chain stores, Walmart and Kroger. Very proud about that, and they're looking to expand that as things go on to make their other stuff competitive pricing. Well, that's difficult because they're not buying in the same quantity that the stores are. They also mentioned that there is a glaring lack of students who want to work for them. And they have as low, as high as, I don't know how to say it, their best dining hall has 25% open shift rate, which means 25% of the shifts aren't getting covered at all. And so that's why you see a lot of holders in the dining hall and stuff like that. So I'm looking to try to figure out why that's happening, maybe a survey with people who have moved later on, whether it's culinary or something like that. And their highest is 50%, so that's pretty problematic. And let's see. And the reusable to-go boxes, something that they're very proud of. They have dropped the disposable use, the ones that the ones you just throw away. It just makes the thing really initiative. It's gone from 300,000 to 40,000 from when they had these go boxes really good. So that's really good. And also they wanted to get the word out that they're doing these culinary tours that show students kind of how to use their meal plans better. And their last one is on Friday, and it's from 10:30 to 2. So if you want to go to that and something about culinary, you should do that as well.
Thank you for that culinary update, Jack. Are there any other commissioners who have reports this evening? Okay, let's move on then. Any Senate committee reports? None. Moving on. University committee reports. I know some have met over for the past week. Okay, moving on again. It's me. So I want to spoil the theme is someone that makes or something that makes you happy. What makes me happy is my roommate who's also named Lydia. So it's Lydia and Lydia. It's kind of confusing sometimes. But she was one of my best friends this freshman year. Love her. She makes me really happy. So with that said, I just want to let you all know I'm going to be out of the office between Sunday and Tuesday night. I'm an engineering bachelor for Russ College, and we have our corporate trip over the next couple of days, which I'm excited about. Also, I have new office hours. I did not want to be in office for 6 hours straight on Wednesdays, and so I rearranged my schedule. So check out my new office hours if you want to meet with me. Also, another key point is a faculty staff convocation tomorrow at Walter Rotunda. If you feel like you want to go support President Ellis and folks, you can. It's at 4 p.m. You can stop by. And also, I would love to take a moment of silence to remember the lives that were lost in 9/11. So this is 9/11. Okay. And I'm also going to give a little statement as well. Since the start of the school year, there has been 3 student deaths on campus. Let's take another moment of silence and to remember these students and send positive thoughts to their family and friends. As Bobcats, we are here for one another. We need to ensure we are taking care of one another as well as ourselves. 2 of our platform points are to promote mental health as well as safety to all students. We want to reinstate our dedication towards these goals. And with that said, for those who are unaware right now, but on September 24th, there'll be a silence camping. And this exhibit of stories and backpacks will bring attention to the problems related to suicide and actual steps in prevention and measures. I am going to be hopefully volunteering at this event. If you want to also volunteer at this event with me, I really, really encourage you. This is a huge issue, and we really need to stand up and be leaders on this campus. I will be sending that information out to the Slack later. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. And with that said, I hope you all have a lovely week 3 and kick off the rest of the week. That's the end of my report.
That's my happiness is I went to Amsterdam for a weekend with Ava, my best friend over there. And yeah. On a happy note, we now have 2 more full commissions, Women's Affairs and Dresses Like. I really appreciate all of you interviewing people the last couple weeks. I know it's a big time commitment to like go through applications and interview, and I really appreciate it. I put this in your report, but I don't know why. But Stuart over there and I are serving on the Reimagining General Education Advisory Group. Lindsay had mentioned it. We're basically trying to revamp and redo general education because right now it's a bit problematic with the state and accrediting requirements. If any of you have anything that you want to talk about in general education, your experiences, they're looking for student, faculty, knowledge and experience and stories and stuff. I'm gonna say these slowly, but there's some discussion hours tomorrow from 1:30 to 2:30 in MCC, and then on the 16th from 3 to 4 in Baker 2:30, and then the 17th from 12 to 1 in Baker 2:30. I hope all of you attend those. I know everyone has gone through general education and they're really looking for some input on that. And then I also want to encourage you all to sign up for tabling. We have 1 more day to table for the Broadband Safe app, and it will be at College Gate again tomorrow from 11:30 until 5. So please sign up for a spot.
Yeah, so that's me and my girlfriend at a wedding this weekend. She sort of makes me happy, so. Actually, there was one time that she was changing her tire and then Dr. Pina walked up and didn't like say anything about it, so. It was another time. All right, and so the Bobcat Research Program has started up again. So go pick up your copies all on the second floor and the bigger fourth floor. And we also recently received $40,000 from the Division of Student Affairs as part of their signing bonus from the new Caps and Gals. And then on to the numbers. So the Senate total is $55,954.36. Allocated, not spent, $7,021.39. Not allocated, nor spent, $48,962.97. Sorry, that's hard to read. The SAC total is $396,948. $948.24. I'm trying to get like Lydia. And then spot is $237,877.25. And U fund is $79,000, $70.99. And these numbers are true and accurate to the best of my knowledge, and that's
So it's like what makes you happy this week. I like that rhyme when my friend let me borrow it. So I guess I just like it. So that's what makes me happy. So I'm gonna move on. My key. So I've been sending out the PID forms. Please fill it out. That's how you're gonna have access to the office after hours within say 5. So please fill it out. I'm gonna close it tomorrow, and I'm gonna send it out Friday. So we'd really appreciate it. I'm only like 50 people who comment. There's like 90 something of us now. So let's see that. Intern applications, really exciting. We have like 17 applicants, and I think we're actually gonna get some more. So I'm really excited about that. Office hours, please turn them in by Sunday at 11:59 p.m. I'm going to set everything up and running. If you haven't accepted classified, please do. I have some people that still haven't. If you're having issues, please let me know. And also join the Community Services Committee. I know that Adam had mentioned it. I'm really excited. I think we're going to be having a lot more community service projects this year, and I just think it's going to be really great. So you should definitely support it. And that is the end of my report.
All right, my first report. And so, like Lydia, that is a picture of me and my best friend. Her name is Summer, and I've been best friends since 7th grade. She is someone I can just rely on, and that is really stress relieving, so that is why that makes me happy. So, Constitution Day, PR is going to be sending out some tweets, Instagram stories, all the good stuff. Look out for that. Retweet it, like it, tell your friends. Like mention cookies, small constitutions, and coffee. Fantastic, right? And then, so just I kind of want to just go over just one. My main goal this year as PR director with everybody, because I like everybody's help. You know, we're all a team, right? My main goal is to get Student Sense name and what we do and the great work that we continue to do out into the student body, and let them know that we are here for them every single day, and we strive to make this campus a better place. So I encourage each and every one of you to reach out to me if any of you have any ideas whatsoever on how we can accomplish that. Then I would love to hear about it. And that's the end of my report, or not my, yeah, my report, yeah. And make sure everyone stays cool.
Okay, well, I guess graduation makes me happy. I didn't really know that there was a thing this week, and that's all well and good. But assistant for private share is going to get on.
So we still have positions on the panel open, and also this is one of the you guys from this conversation, just to review it and practice some decision that we change.
All of the advisors.
Aw, Ms. Buck, we don't have a happy picture.
This is your fault.
You guys never put us on
I was gonna say, if you have paid attention, you know, the last 2 weeks, Joyce, Logan, our offices are tired. So they're ready to slow down and do processing payments and reimbursements. As such, we are interviewing for her job on Friday. And we have 3 candidates that we're talking to. And then also Friday will be the last day in our office for Kinsey Oliver, who's director of employees. And then we have work with her, so if you want to wish her well, she's going to another office on campus. something else to say goodbye, or you're going to be her, whichever, or she's in the message. It also, we will be starting the search process for that position, so if you have any input on what you think would be a good candidate to the next director's relation, we have to talk to Jake about the search committee, so we're also
what makes me happy is the way Lydia runs these meetings. Good job. And I don't think I have anything else because I'm going to.
What makes me happy is Taco Tuesday. Seriously. Tomorrow morning, an email will be going out to all students. We do a monthly newsletter that you all may not read. It comes from me, but I encourage you to read it tomorrow. The first two articles have to do with the Safety Act, and the second article has to do with Census hacking. September 24th, so more information on that email, on that story. And what I would say to you and let you know is that a family that lost a bobcat a couple years ago raised money every year to promote suicide prevention programming on campus as well as training on campus. And this program has been sponsored by that family, who held a fundraiser this past weekend outside Youngstown, Ohio, to raise more money for training and programming on campus. So I really appreciate Lydia having a moment of silence, and I just want you to know that there are people who are impacted by this every day, and folks who've lost bobcats who continue to support our community in any way they can. So you can go by there, that'd be great. And I know we'll have families represented at that event. So I appreciate people doing that. And once the stories go out tomorrow morning, they're web-based, so like our PR person said, let's retweet it and get the message out and encourage folks to read that newsletter so they can learn more about resources on campus and avenues of recourse around safety too.
Moving on to council work. That's my partner, Zane and I, for what is happening with the Zero Adventures, which is stated that based on the story and some of the as for my reports, I'll let you guys know that next week we'll be doing evaluation of the executive team. So we'll be having a yes, that we'll be doing that for you guys